How instant gratification is showing up in your business. Hello, my name is Rashidat Adeke. If this is your first time of finding my videos on YouTube, welcome. Be kind to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It will mean a lot to me. So today I want us to talk about how instant gratification is showing up in your business. But before we start, let's ask Uncle Google what instant gratification really means. I'll put it down here so that you can read it. So when I left my paying job, my aim for starting my business at the time stemmed from the need of making money just so I could afford the things that I wanted. I mean, if you know my story, you know that I left my well-paying job 10 years ago and I became a stay-at-home mom. Now, my husband was still providing for me. He still does. But, a girl wants what she wants. She wants to make her own money, right? She wants to be able to spend and walk into a store and pick the things that she wants just to make her feel good. So along the line, I realized that I was making a lot of mistakes. I realized that instant gratification was showing up in my business in different ways. The first way it showed up in my business was the fact that I was eating into my profit and the capital of the business. I was eating my profit and then I was also dipping hands into the funds of the business, which stunted the growth of the business, as you would guess, because it's not good for you to do that. If you're starting a new business, you want the business to grow, you want it to be balanced, you want to be able to stock more products and offer more services, etc. But I was eating into the profit. How did I expect the business to grow? Number two way in which instant gratification showed up in my business was that I was investing into things that seem to give quick results. When they say there is this opportunity, I jump on it. There is that opportunity, I jumped in onto it. I was not really thinking it through. All I wanted was something that would just fetch me money instantly. Then the third way was that I was deceived into certain investments. I didn't know much about those investments, but I went on to invest into that investment and it cost me a lot. I lost a lot of funds, as you would guess, right? So these are the ways that instant gratification showed up in my own business. Now, if you run an online business like me, you know that we are always under pressure to have so many likes, comments, and even number of followers because some people will still judge your brand by the number of followers that you have. This makes some people to do certain things that they are not supposed to do, i.e., buying followers, buying likes, or joining pods to generate engagement for their brands. While it may not be totally bad to join pods, sometimes it is not good because at the end of the day, the algorithm will detect that only a certain cluster of people clicking a certain link, not that they are naturally finding it on the app, are engaging on your content. All they do is click on the link you drop, and they go to your page on that particular post and engage. The algorithm will pick it when it discovers that some of your posts have high level of engagements from just one traffic, while some seem to just stagger or even little to no engagement. It will find it. And then some people invest so much money into buying likes. While you may be able to deceive people out there, you know that when you go back to the corner of your room, you know the truth. You will not feel good. You will not feel good within yourself. You will know that people are not engaging. There's a problem somewhere. People aren't engaging with your content. So instead of doing that, why don't you find a lasting solution to that? Instead of being under pressure to engage with other people's content so that they engage with yours, paying so much to buy the likes, why don't you do something different? You are looking for quick fixes. That is why you're joining pods, you're paying for likes, you're buying followers. Now, the downside to buying followers is that when you do this, you may end up buying people who are totally not interested in what you do. They are not interested in what you sell, they're not interested in your product or service. Heck, they don't even know you. How do they like you and eventually trust you to buy from you? These are the many downsides to finding shortcuts, finding quick fixes. When you start a brand, it is good for you to start building it from the foundation. Build a solid foundation. Let people follow you because they like to be associated with your brand. When they do that, you will be forming a community Whatever you sell to these people, they will invest in it. They will be willing to buy from you. Whoever you refer, whoever you mention will get more patronage because people in your community already know you, they like you, and they trust you. There's something we call vanity metric. Vanity metric is all about the likes, the comments, the follows, and those things do not matter at all. Matter of fact, people who do not even comment or like or engage on your content are the ones who buy the most. Sometimes when I click on their pages, I discover they have 0 followers, or they just have quotes on their pages, or they don't even have any posts on their page. They do not care about all these things. They are not interested in the life of the gram or social media in general. But when they need something and they find someone that they like and they can trust, they will invest. So instead of focusing on the vanity metrics, focusing on the number of people who like your page, who like your post or engage with it, how about you focus more on finding your ideal client? Know your ideal client, find where they are, engage with them, create content that they like so that they will come to your page, engage with you, help you grow your visibility, and also buy from you. I think that will be the most important thing for you to do. So now, here are certain ways that instant gratification is showing up in your business. Number one, you want to make a sale the very first time or immediately you make a post or you start that brand. Sis, it doesn't work that way. There is need for you to build connection with your audience. They need to get to know you. Just the way you know that you will not meet someone the very first time and you start telling the person all everything about you, sharing details about your life. That is the same way. The people behind the keypad, they are human beings like you. They need to connect with you. They need to connect with your brand. They need to get to know you and see that consistency and see that they can trust you. You will always be here. You share content, you post these products, they are yours, you have them readily available, and when they buy, you're not going to disappoint them. Whatever you send to them, whatever they see on your page will be what you send to them and more. Your customer has to warm up to you, has to be able to trust you to a large extent before they are willing to drop their money and invest in your brand. There are stages to building this relationship online. The first stage is for you to attract them. You attract them by sharing relevant, valuable content on your page, such that they stumble on your page via Explore, or someone shares your content and they click on it, they like what they see, they go through your page and they see more. Then you engage them. Engaging them is by creating content that will make them to drop comments, to click on like, to help you to share. You have to engage them. Then the third stage is for you to make them to subscribe. Maybe you have a freebie, maybe you have a video on how to use your product and you're sharing it via WhatsApp, and you tell them if you want the video on how to take care of your hair or how to pre-poo or how to clean your jewelry, click the link in my bio, go to WhatsApp and just type jewelry care or hair care, etc. And they'll be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I want it. They click on it and they go to your WhatsApp, they get the video or they get the ebook, they read through, they get so much value, and they're like, this person is sound, this person is resourceful, I like this person already. Then maybe at the end of the video or at the end of the ebook, you now say, because you watched this, I know you'll be interested in my offer. I have a 10% offer for anyone who lays their hands on this ebook or watches this video and is interested in buying da 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 da. You will convert them. Just give them something that is affordable, that they will feel like, oh, it's just 4,000 naira. Oh, I can buy it. So that you give them an opportunity to have a taste of your product, to see your processes, to feel your customer service, and know that this is the type of person I want to work with. This is someone I want to buy from. There are more stages to converting customers, but I'm just going to leave it at these 4 stages. There are more. So you do not expect that they find your page today and they buy today. While it happens sometimes, it happens especially if the person is in dire need of what you offer and came online to search for the person that is available online to buy from. Or someone shared your brand, someone shared your business with their community. They shared either on story or they mentioned you. The people who already trust them will be willing to buy from you because they already have a certain level of trust for that particular person. In that instance, They will not ask you questions about how can I trust you? Do you do pay on delivery? I cannot pay because I've been duped before, because they already trust that person who mentioned you. Then number two, you're buying likes to look good or followers. Trust me, it's not good. It's not good. I recently stumbled on a brand. I know the brand, I follow the brand, and I know the average number of likes I find on that person's brand, on that person's content. And recently, I went back to the page and I discovered I was seeing over 1,000 likes. I was like, where are these people coming from? Only for me to click and realize that the pages were bought. They didn't look real. They were not real people who were online, who were always online. And there was something common amongst them. Almost all the pages were on private. Almost all the pages had no post. Almost all the pages were foreign pages. So I knew instantly that this person bought likes. Imagine someone who wants to buy from you and is seeing dislikes, and the person is like, oh, people are engaging, and the person is smart enough to click on it to check through. The person will know that you're trying to cut corners. If you could cut corners with likes, that means you could cut corners with other things. That means integrity is shaking somewhere. You don't need that for your brand. So the next time you hear someone say that they have this number of followers available for sale, or they can sell you this number of likes, sis, please just take a walk. Just walk away from that offer and build your brand. Build a community, build a thriving community, so much that whenever you drop something, whenever you mention someone, people will buy from you. This is how you start becoming an influencer. The third one is that you want testimonials immediately after a sale. There's a difference between testimonial and feedback. Testimonial happens when the person must have used the product or your service. Feedback is instant. Feedback is I order something, I pay, you deliver, and I give you a feedback that I have collected that product. Oh, I like your customer service. Your average handling time was not too long. You didn't take time to reply me. I love your response. I love the way you were warm, and I like your product. It is exactly as seen on your page, etc. And the delivery was swift. That is a feedback. Testimonial is, oh, I bought this fabric 3 months ago and I have been wearing it and washing it. And can you believe it did not fade? It didn't change color. It's not running. In fact, I'm coming back to buy more. That is a testimonial. I have a new piercing that I had over a month ago, and I used a certain earring. Is an earring, is part of a set that I sell for children, and I picked that stud and used it for my piercing. I've been sleeping, bathing, doing everything with the earring on, right? I've had it on me for so long, for over a month. I haven't removed it. I sleep with it, wake, bath, do everything with it. And the day I removed it to clean the piercing, I discovered that the earring is still as good as new. It did not tarnish. So imagine a customer sharing this with me, that she has been sleeping, bathing, and doing everything with the earring, and it did not tarnish. If I share such testimonial, you know that people will want to buy that accessory or something similar. So that is why I always say testimonials sell, and feedback helps you to build credibility. Feedback will make people to know that you're a trusted brand, meaning that if they pay you, you will deliver. Meaning that you have good customer service. Meaning that the product is exactly what they order for. Testimonial tells them the quality of the product you're offering or the service. So don't be quick to ask for testimonial. That is why there is after sales service. Meaning after selling to someone or after offering a service to someone, you reach out to them maybe a week, 2 weeks, a month, 3 months after, to ask them how they are enjoying that particular product. When you do this, the feedback you get from them serves as testimonial because they've been using that product. They are enjoying the service. You can now use that as a testimonial to sell your product. Feedback, you can still use it to let people know that you're credible, but there's a difference between them. The fourth one is that you want prospects to buy from you immediately they stumble on your ads. That is why some people will always complain that they run ads and it didn't convert. There are stages to it. There are different types of ads. There are goals, your ad goals. Some ads are just meant to build brand awareness for you. Some are to convert people to get them to buy. There are different types. I'm not an ad guru, so I'm not going to talk much about that. But there is what we call the cold audience, the warm audience, and the hot audience. The cold audience is someone who is just stumbling on your page today, who is just seeing your ad for the very first time. The person may not buy from you immediately. The person will follow you, may save the post, save your WhatsApp number, but the person may not buy from you yet. If the person is really interested in your offer, the person may go through your content to see what you have. If you have built your home, you've prepped your page waiting for this August visitor. The person consumes your content and likes what he or she reads, checks through the comment section and see that people are genuinely interacting with your brand, and possibly find someone that he or she knows that is following you or left a comment on your page. Then the person will buy. So do not expect that you run ads immediately and this cold audience converts. When you run ads, there are some follow-up steps you're supposed to take. You're supposed to take the prospect through to convert them, even if they are first timers. You have to send them messages, retarget them so that they will keep seeing your ads before they buy. They say that an average prospect, an average person has to see a brand at least 7 times before they eventually buy from the person. And you expect that the person sees your post once and buys from you. Says it's not going to work. So don't be in too much hurry to get the money, to get those people to convert. Build the relationship. It's a process. It's a process. Just trust the process and know that you are almost there. Don't give up immediately you start. Some people will start a brand and probably 2-3 months into the brand, they come complaining that they have been buying internet subscription, posting online, but they've not been able to sell to anyone. They've not gotten a single customer. And I ask them, if you have a store, a brick and mortar store that you pay rent for, do you think you can compare the amount you're paying for internet, for data subscription, to the rent you pay? Certainly the rent will be higher than that. So give it time. Give it time. Continue to show up. Be consistent. Now, when I talk about consistency, a lot of people think it's just about showing up. There is more to being consistent than showing up. Consistency in the way you write your content. Consistency in the way you take your pictures. That's why you will see one beautiful picture on someone's page and the next 3 pictures you see are blurry, are dark, are not clear enough. Your prospect will assume that you lifted that beautiful picture from somewhere. So there has to be consistency. Take beautiful, bright, sharp pictures. It should be consistent. Your brand voice, the way you write. You know that there are some people that if you see their content somewhere, if you read their caption elsewhere, you will know that that person lifted the caption from someone else's page because you already know how the person writes. That is consistency. There should be consistency in the way you answer your customers via DM or via WhatsApp. There should be consistency in the timings that you show up online. Your prospect should be able to trust that if he or she pays you, you will be here tomorrow. That is also consistent. So if you find yourself guilty in one of or two of these things I mentioned about instant gratification, what should you do? I'll tell you, the first thing you need to do is create valuable content. Create valuable content for your brand to help you to build trust with people. There are content that gets you like, that gets you trusted, that gets you known. There are different contents that you will put out. The content that will get you known is not the same content that will get you liked by your audience. It's not the type of content that will get you trusted. You have to share certain types of content to do that. Now, if you struggle with creating content, you should reach out to me. I have a course called the Content Mastery Course. It's a 6-module course with over 10 hours of learning where you will learn to create content that will help you to sell. Matter of fact, if you watch module 1 to 3, you should be able to create over 60 content ideas if you sit down and do the exercises. Module 2 and 3 of the course teaches you how to find content ideas by yourself. I'm not going to draw out or list out content ideas for you, but you will sit and draft out your own content idea peculiar to your brand, peculiar to you, such that when your customer finds your post online, it will look as if you are already answering their questions, you're talking to them, you're speaking to them, and you will be able to convert them faster. So reach out if you need access to the content mastery course. It's quite affordable. Number 2 is learn about the business that you want to venture into. I know we all want another source of income, but before you milk this cow, this golden cow that gives you money, this present business that you have, and take the funds to invest into another business, make sure you understand this second business well. Make sure you know the pros and the cons. Make sure you listen to the people who are already in the business and know the potholes, the problems, the challenges they have in that business. Are you willing and ready to dip your hands into such business, to invest into such business? If you don't do that, you will end up being like me in my early years as an entrepreneur, where I invested in certain businesses without understanding such businesses, and it cost me a lot. Then number 3 is that you need to save a percentage of your profit. Yes, we want to live the baby girl lifestyle, but cut your coat according to your size. Live within your means. Don't start making money and you end up buying iPhone 13 Pro Max with the money. Yes, iPhone 13 is good. It's a very good phone, but there are phones that will still give you clear, sharp pictures for your brand. If you can't afford it, if your business cannot afford it, don't dip your hands into your business funds to buy something just because. Save a percentage of your profit, a percentage, put it back into the business, and a certain percentage, pay yourself. That way, you will know that I'm earning 20,000 naira monthly and I have to live within that 20,000 naira. Whatever I see that I cannot afford, I have to budget towards, I have to save towards buying it. That way, you will not overspend and you will help your business to grow. I hope these tips help. Which of these tips do you find more helpful, and what would you like to add? As I'm sure you also have some tips up your sleeves. Do share them with us in the comment section. If you find value, be kind to like so that YouTube will know that this video is valuable. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified every time I make another video. Till then, stay winning. Cheers.